Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Picks on Net, NHL picks and predictions. I'm your host, Terry Edelman. You can follow me over on X, TE Picks, and I am ready to break down the NHL slate. I have been waiting so long to say those words. Super happy. The hockey is back. And we've got 3-game slate today, which I think is a pretty good number to start off with. Don't give us like 15 games on opening night. I like the 3 games, so we'll definitely break those down. Shout out to Jay Stone and Tim. Your comments show up on the YouTube, but not on the streaming program I use, so I'm not able to bring up your comments. But the first comment I am able to bring up is IceX. It's fucking time. Yes, it is. Let's go. We're going to jump right into it here. Of course, for people that are new to the show, heavily focused on player props, but definitely going to be giving out other bets throughout the season as well. And I'm a streak bettor. I ride streaks. We will definitely be talking about streaks throughout the season. But unfortunately, at this point in the year, everyone's starting out fresh. So it's a brand new season, so won't be talking too much about streaks when it comes to players yet. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Drop the puck. Yes, in just 4 hours' time. 4 hours' time. We're going early 5 p.m. Eastern start for the first game, which is where we're going to start. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Florida Panthers. Blackhawks plus 230, road dogs. Florida minus 285, home favorites. Plus 1.5 on the spread. Pretty decent numbers with both sides. Blackhawks plus 1.5 and Panthers minus 1.5. Total of 5.5 here in the first game. And looking back at previous games between these two teams, we've seen very high scoring games. 5 of the last 6 have gone over 5.5. 8 of the last 10 have also gone over 5.5. And the home team has really dominated this series. And I know what you're thinking. Of course, Florida's kicked Chicago's butt when Chicago comes to Florida. Chicago, a rebuilding team, and the Panthers, obviously, the defending champs. But when they go to Chicago, the Blackhawks have had success winning the last 3 in Chicago. So very home series between these two teams. Florida scored at least 4+ goals in 8 consecutive games against the Chicago Blackhawks. I think that continues here in opening night. I think they scored their fair share of goals. The team total for the Panthers, I don't believe, is the best price here. Wait 1 second. At DraftKings, minus 130. Maybe shop around and find a better price. If you like Chicago in this game, I think the best way to go about it is to bet them in the first period. Obviously, Florida having their cup banner before, or they're having their pregame ceremony, and I think the Blackhawks might be able to come out early here with some momentum. But as this game progresses in the second, third period, the Panthers, yes, without Alexander Barkov, yes, without Matthew Tkachuk, but they are still a very deep team. So I think the over is a good look here. When it comes to totals, I really want to see a few games to see if we start off with some high-scoring games to start the season before I really look at any full game totals. Looking at Chicago props here, Connor Bedard to get a point is only minus 125. I expect the Blackhawks to put up some offense here. I think minus 125 for Bedard to get a point is a pretty good price. Frank Nazar plus 120 to get a point. I think that's also a good look. Looking at Blackhawks props. And for the Florida Panthers, that's my one official play here in this game, is Brad Marchand. Anytime goal, plus 220 here in this one. Marchand, one of those 3 players that when it came to free agency, the teams were looking to get. People were wondering, would Florida be able to keep Brad Marchand, Sam Bennett, and Aaron Ekblad? Which of the three were they going to be able to keep? Because there was no way they were going to be able to keep all three. Well, they did. And it's pretty important that they did, obviously, with Barkov getting injured in the preseason. Plus 220 for Marchand to score here. Top line, top power play. I think he steps up here against the Blackhawks in the opening night game. And I think plus 220 is a very good price for a goal scorer on the top line against one of the worst teams in the NHL. You got to pay for left wing lock now. Really? Okay, well, use daily face-off. Use daily face-off. The best time of the year. Yes, Richie. Yes, it is. And Richie, I'm sure you're pretty happy if you watched my Power Rankings show. I think you'll like what you see. For anyone that hasn't, make sure to go check that out. Let's have a great season, Terry. That's the plan, Timothy. That's the plan. Blackhawks plus 1.5 and Bedard point. As much as I hate to say it, not a horrible look. I do think the Blackhawks keep this game close, at least early on. We'll have to see what happens there in the third. Draw and Florida money line. Wow, interesting. Ice X with the draws. Interesting. No, I wasn't crazy on this low total. Goal in first 10. All right. Nice double cup rings. Yes. Can they make it 3? Adding Blackhawks team total over half in the first period. I think that's a good look. I think they come out strong early. Florida puck line over 5.5. Verhaeghe point. Verhaeghe goal first period over. Wow. There we go, Jay Stone. Power play point Marchand. That's a good look as well. That's a good look. Yes, I did. Yes, awesome, Richie. Let's make some money. That's the plan, Juan. Stupid left wing lock and Swish. Yeah, I saw Swish Analytics too. Something's happened with their website as well. So that's fine. Sam Bennett shots or point. Yeah, Sam Bennett shots, always a good look. His point prop is minus 185, so definitely a parlay piece, but I like it. If Marchand's going to score, Bennett's probably getting an assist. Oh, the power ranking were legit since you placed Bruins on the bottom. Bruins were not on the bottom. Bruins were not. And yes, power rankings are legit. And if you guys want to see them every week, let me know in the comments of that video. But we'll continue on along. So, look at that. First game of the year, and I already forget to mention goalies. And I always do that. I always forget to mention goalies. Sergei Bobrovsky confirmed for the Florida Panthers. No big surprise there. Spencer Knight, not yet confirmed, but should be starting this game for the Blackhawks against his former team. But who knows? Maybe the Hawks surprise us. But back to the second game here, and I'll start with goalies right off the bat, so I don't forget here. Artur Silvos, coming over from the Vancouver Canucks, is confirmed to make the first start for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and Igor Shesterkin likely for the New York Rangers here in this one. The Penguins plus 190 road dogs, the Rangers minus 230 home favorites. Total 6.5. You can probably find 6s as well. This was only at 5.5 yesterday. And yeah, it's mostly 6s. DraftKings does have the 6.5 expecting goals here in this game. And when we look at previous history between these teams, the Rangers, they've won 3 of the 4 games played last year. And it was a rough season for the Rangers last year, but still able to have success against the Penguins. The Rangers 7-2 in their last 9 games against Pittsburgh, covering the puck line in 6 of the 7 games. So the Rangers have enjoyed facing the Penguins. 5 of the last 6 games have gone over 5.5. And the Rangers have scored at least 4 goals against Pittsburgh in 6 of the last 9 games. So Rangers have had success against the Penguins in the past. The Penguins in my opinion, if you watch the power ranking show, you'll know my thoughts on Pittsburgh. I think it's going to be a very rough season for the Penguins. And the Rangers, team that I'm looking at to bounce back after a down year last year. So looking at this game, I did want to mention some props here before I get to the one that I have. Sidney Crosby assist, minus 120 at DraftKings, I believe. We'll see if the price has changed. Pretty simple there. If Pittsburgh is going to score some points, if they're going to get some offense, Crosby's going to be involved. Not a lot of depth throughout the lineup for the Penguins. And yeah, minus 120 to get an assist for Crosby. I think that's a good play if you're looking for plays for Pittsburgh. The power play for the New York Rangers, I think will have a good year this year. So you could definitely look at some power play point props in this game. Bear with me for a second. Artemi Panarin plus 160 to get a power play point. Adam Fox plus 250. I think there's a lot of value there. Trocheck plus 325 to get a power play point, and JT Miller plus 210. So I do think looking at power play point props is a good way to go here in this game. But my first play in this game is all player props today. All player props today. But JT Miller over half an assist, minus 115. JT Miller came back to the New York Rangers, picked up right where he left off, had a fantastic end of the season for the New York Rangers last year. 35 points in 32 games after the trade with 22 assists. He racked up the assists, had one in 8 of his last 10 games of the season, and I think he picks up right where he left off. Over half an assist, minus 115. On the top power play for the New York Rangers, as well as the top line with Will Cooley and Mika Zibanejad. So minus 110 for a top line player, top power play player to get an assist against one of the worst teams in the NHL, in my opinion, is a great play. And one of my premium plays up on the site today that I'm giving you guys for free is Vincent Trocheck, over half an assist, plus 135. And Trocheck, one of those guys I think is going to have a bounce back season, playing obviously in the middle between Artemi Panarin and Alexis Lafreniere. Lots of chemistry with these guys. They played a lot of hockey together. Of course, Trocheck on the top power play as well. And bear with me for a second. He's had a lot of success against the Penguins. He's got an assist in 9 of his last 12 games against Pittsburgh. So I think he has success here. I think this Rangers team has some success. We'll jump back into the chat. Penguins money line and Penguins in reg. Wow. I don't know what to say, Isaacs. First time back in for Florida for Spencer. Yeah, if he's confirmed, that can go. Sometimes that goes really well. Other times it goes really bad. So it's tough to tell how he's going to do. But if you see him playing really well, that could be a warning sign for live betting too. If he's really got it, then maybe he'll do well. Rangers puck line, good play. Adam Fox assists, good play, minus 110. And really, Adam Fox assists should be on my card, especially at minus 110. Normally, when the season starts, we see it around this price. It's going to be minus 150 on a nightly basis as we move through the season. So minus 110 is great value for Adam Fox assist. I completely agree. Just can't bet everything. Can't bet every prop, especially early on here. Penguins revenge game against their former head coach. Okay, I see. That's why I did that. All right. Florida, first period, minus a half. Oh, and team. Okay, so Irish King thinks Florida comes out strong in the first period. Interesting. Team total over 3.5. And then you like the Rangers early as well, and team total over 3.5. I like it. I like it. 32 games, and you are now the Rangers captain. Kind of unusual, but hey, I'm just a Score Nucks fan. I feel you, Rich. I feel you. I don't know. He really just fit in perfectly. Coming back to the Rangers. And that brings us to our final game, the Colorado Avalanche and the Los Angeles Kings here in this game. Looking at goalies, nobody yet confirmed. It's most likely going to be Scott Wedgwood for the Colorado Avalanche, as Mackenzie Blackwood is starting the season off injured. So it'll be Wedgwood here, most likely, and then Darcy Kemper unconfirmed for the LA Kings. And right off the bat, when I look at this game, the Avalanche minus 118 road favorites, the Kings minus 102 home dogs, total 5.5 here in this one. And I think we get overtime. I think we get overtime here in the first night, and I think this is the game that goes to overtime. Or if it doesn't go to overtime, it ends 3-2 or maybe 3-1 type of deal. I kind of lean with the under here, but I'm not going to go there. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these teams has gone over 5.5. Colorado, they've scored at least 4 goals in 8 of their last 10 against the Kings. A lot of success against the Kings. 14-3-1 in their last 18 games against Los Angeles. They've kicked their butt. However, the Kings have started to turn the tide the last couple of seasons in LA. The Kings have won the last 2, 4-1, and 5-4. So starting to have some success here against the Avalanche. And this game just screams draw to me. I have not bet it yet, but I really feel like the draw is the play. And then the total, my gut is saying under, but I don't know. Especially with the status with obviously Mackenzie Blackwood not starting the season. And when it comes to totals, it's tough to tell how teams are going to come out of the gate. If they're going to be scoring a lot, or maybe the offense starts off slow and the defense starts off good. So that's something that I want to see first when it comes to the total. But I do have a play in this game, and it's Anze Kopitar over half an assist plus 125 here in this game. Right away, this stood out to me as a play I was going to make. Of course, Kopitar announcing before the season that this will be his final NHL season. He'll be retiring at the end of the year. And now, starting his first game at home, and he's been an assist machine. Led the team in assists last season, and I like him here. I like him. I like the plus money. Obviously, goaltending questions with Avalanche. Kopitar assist plus 125. One of my favorite plays on the NHL slate today. Looking at some other players, though, because I like Kopitar assist, I do like Kempe anytime goal, which I saw at plus 200 as well. Andrei Kuzmenko is on that top line with those guys. He's minus 110 to get a point. I think there's great value there. Let's see if he's on the top power play as well. So Andrei Kuzmenko over half a point, minus 110. I might actually have to add that. I may have to add that here in this game. Looking at Avalanche props, if you're looking for value with the Avalanche, Arturi Lehkonen minus 110 to get a point, Valerie Nichushkin minus 110 to get a point, Gabriel Landeskog plus 110. I just want to make sure that a lot of those lines haven't changed, because that's what I was looking at yesterday. Yeah, Nichushkin minus 110, Landeskog plus 115, Lehkonen minus 115. So small movements there, but not really a whole lot. Because, bear with me for a second, Lehkonen on the top line with McKinnon and Natchez, and Nichushkin with Landeskog and Nelson on that second line. And then when it comes to the power play, Nichushkin, Nelson, and Natchez with McKinnon and Makar on that top power play. So Lehkonen not on the top power play, but on that top line, minus 115 to get a point. I do think there's some value there. We'll jump into the chat here. Jonathan Davis, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Panarin and Mika each have 2 goals in 2 games against Silvos. Love it, because I love it. I'm on assist props for guys that play with those two. So give me 2 goals by those two. I'll be a happy guy. Rangers in regulation. I think that's a good play. Not sure what the price is, but I think that's a good play. Avs and reg. Whoa, Ice. Hey, I'm not on the draw. I really lean with the draw, but haven't pulled the trigger yet. So Avs money line and McKinnon power play point plus 135. Not a bad look. The over. Yeah, heavily trended towards the over. We'll see. The 5-4 game in LA was a meaningless game at the end of the season. Okay. It's okay. Avs 4 more goals in 4 straight and 8 of 10 versus LA. Yeah, they've had a lot of offensive success against the Kings. So see if that continues today. Good luck today, Terry. See you in a couple minutes. Yes, if you want to hear me say everything I just said over again, go Charles Sports Bets on YouTube as I'm jumping on Tim's show here in a few minutes. Lehkonen an anytime goal. 4 goals in 6 games versus Kemper. Okay. So I probably should add Lehkonen point. There you go. Byfield anytime goal. Yes, I'm going to be keeping my eye with the LA Kings. Obviously, I like Kopitar on the top line. You've got Byfield with Fiala on that second line, and then they've got depth on the third line where they can get offense from that third line, which went on streaks last year. So I'll be keeping my eye. Warren Fogle, Philip Deneau, and Trevor Moore on that third line if they get on some kind of streaks. I'll keep my eye. Left wing lock, yeah, you got to pay. Yeah. Wedgwood 5-2 against the Kings with a 2.15. I was going to say ERA, goals against average. Okay, so he's had some success against them. We'll see if that happens tonight. But that's the first episode of Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Predictions. If you like the show and you want to help support the show, you can become a member, $4.99 a month. Gets you early access to videos, not live videos that I post. Helps to keep the channel going. Looking for premium plays, available on picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. I have a free MLB play on the site as well. Free hockey plays you already got, but check out picksandparlays.net. Link is in the description below. And that's it. That is the first episode of Picks on Net. We will see you guys back here tomorrow for another 3-game NHL slate. Best of luck tonight, guys.